This person, here's the horizontal. Horizontal is here. This is a horizontal line. It's always with the horizontal. So if that person is looking up, say to an airplane, for example, that would be an angle of elevation. If the person is looking down, say at a dog, that would be an angle of depression. Okay, so it's always with the horizontal though. Okay, so angle of elevation. Here's an example of angle of elevation. Here's a right triangle. Not yet. I was planning for it. So this angle here is your angle of elevation. Your right triangle, the horizontal, and going up here is your angle of elevation. Okay. So angle of depression.
No way, just turn off. Hey, turn off, bro.
So tell us like an opposite.
I'm gonna try one thing and then
Turn them both off and they both turn them back on.
Okay, so an angle of depression again is going to be this angle here. So this angle here is your angle of depression.
Oh my.
I don't think you need a pass.
So I am so if I move to another seat, that's the oh, it's back on now.
Oh. Got the magical touch.
Okay, so it just took some time. So no, I didn't do it in any other classes today. Okay, so if we draw, the most common mistake is students want to make this the angle of depression or this the angle of depression. If we put these triangles together, one on top of the other, we get a, I'm going to do it over here because this side of the board is problematic. So this is a rectangle. And here is my angle of depression. Here is my angle of elevation. If it's a rectangle, what do I know about these two sides in the rectangle? This side and this side. They're equal. What else are they? Are they parallel or not parallel?
Parallel.
Okay. So when we have two parallel lines, this is a transversal. What are these two angles called here? Alternate interior. What's the relationship between them when they pass through two parallel lines? They're equivalent. That's right. So this angle is the same as this angle. So really it's the same angle. You can draw your triangle either way. It's the same angle. Okay. So let's do some word problems. So radio tower 200 feet high, casts a shadow 75 feet long. What is the angle of elevation of the sun? Okay, so first of all, where is a shadow? Is a shadow up above or is it on the ground? It is on the ground. Okay, so anytime it's talking about a shadow, it's going to be on the ground. So we've got a radio tower, and then this is our right angle. The radio tower is 200 feet high. And the shadow is 75 feet long. So that shadow is on the ground. This is our 75 feet. And we want to find the angle of elevation of the sun. So here's the sun. So we are again going with the horizontal and we're going up. So we want to find this angle here. So here's our person. So here's the SOHCAHTOA, the 75 feet, this group here. What is 75 feet? Adjacent, opposite, or hypotenuse? Adjacent. And what is the 200? Opposite. So anybody else in the group, what trig function would that be? What's that? Tangent. So we have tangent theta. Thank you, those of you sitting quietly. Tan theta is opposite over adjacent. The opposite is 200. Adjacent is 75. And so this group back here, what would we do to find theta? That's right. And what? We're going to do the tangent inverse on both sides. That's how we get to that theta. So these cancel and we get theta equals, I'm going to call on somebody.
It's not copy.
Oh. That's the funny one.
Oh my gosh, it's broken.
Okay, so this group back here, what is the tangent inverse of 200 divided by 75?
69.4.
Good, and it's 69.4 what? Degrees, good. So we are looking for the degree there on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so problem number 2. On number 2, we have an angle of depression. So it's the angle of depression from a ship to a large object on the seafloor is 29 degrees. And the distance between the ship and the object is about 1,400 feet. About how far below the surface of the water is the object? So this is my ship. Sorry, I'm not a great artist. And here's the water. And we want an angle of depression from a ship to an object on the bottom. I'm going to put object here for the object.
Where's the sail? Where's the sail?
So the angle of depression, so let's go ahead and draw that triangle. So we've got a triangle that goes here, 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 upside down triangle. So this is our angle of depression. It is 29 degrees, always with that horizontal. Okay, so the distance between the ship and the object. What is the shortest distance between the ship and the object? Which part of the triangle? Exactly, the hypotenuse, 1,400 feet. Does that make sense? Sometimes that's hard for students to recognize that. The shortest distance from this to the object would be the hypotenuse. Okay, so we want to know how far below the surface of the water the object is. So here's the surface of the water. Which part of the triangle would be?
So that would be like the other one, the opposite.
Yeah, opposite, that's right. So this one here, this opposite side, so we'll call it an X. Does that make sense? How far below the surface? So, what is 1,400 in relationship to 29 degrees? Yep, and then and we already said the other one is opposite, so which trig function would that be? Sine. So we have sine 29 equals the opposite, which is x, over the hypotenuse, which is 1,400. So what would we do next to solve that? Same group. That's right. We want to get that x by itself, so we multiply both sides by 1,400. Oops. And so what do we get for our answer? This group here, Will, your group, what do you guys get? Rounding to the nearest tenth. I got him.
Yeah, because I have answers.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
Yep, and 678.7 what?
7.3.
Where's 10? Feet in this case. So take a look at it. Some of the problems have feet, some of them have meters. Go ahead and do number 3. I want you to set it up and solve it. It's on your own, so it's your you try.
Right here. Man.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, didn't put my phone in.
Yeah, that's when you start the hair product dude.
So happy that you have this.
What?
I am.
So bad.
You're doing number 3 now on your own, so you should be drawing that picture, figuring out what it is, what the function is, how to solve it.
Ooh.
There you go.
I did this exact question.
Hey, we're about to do that. Hey, how you remember that? How you remember that? I remember that. Sure. Hey, I'm pretty sure the tree. Hey, you already done that. So the tree would not be right there. It should be right here. And you'd be right there.
It's actually down, buddy.
No. No, asking for the angle of elevation. It's really asking for the angle of elevation, okay?
And then it goes away from you. It starts right here.
It looks like this.
Very nice. What does this first say? You're flying a cat and you have it let 45 feet strength. That's up. 45 feet up. And then 34 away. So that's down.
No, you're not. I'll go. You're not. I'll go your way. You're my go.
Wait, why?
So I talked to you.
Oh, wait, no, it is up. It is up. It is up. And then it's 34 feet away.
I told you.
You said it was 45 feet
No,
away.
the hypotenuse is 45 feet.
It is. Oh, we're saying the same shit.
And the bottom is 34.
We're saying the same shit.
No, I'm not going to class.
What?
My calculus.
Wait, whoa. Because it's tangent. It's not, the 45 is not hypotenuse. Yeah, because it's height.
What does it say tangent?
Huh?
What's it tangent, huh?
Tangent?
What does it say tangent, huh? Not the tangent.
No, but that's what you have to
So,
do.
pretty wrong.
Is this right?
So,
You're wrong.
what is this deciding?
Nothing.
Okay, so which tree function is it?
Wait, is that right? I thought it was 45.
Cosine. Cosine.
Stream is the 45.
But if it goes, because it's blue. I didn't think that was like that.
That's what I did say.
The kite's stuck in your
All right. I never said anything like that. I never said anything like that.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Sorry, Miss Costello doesn't say.
Yeah, just put your face like a window.
What? Where'd you go?
My hair is so good.
It's cosine 34 over 45.
It's 34 over 45.
I don't know. I'm not.
My answer is 40 point.
You guys are smart.
You're 8.
Okay, so
Did you use cosine?
here's the person.
With the -1?
So they are holding the kite string, so the kite string is going to be your hypotenuse. When you have a kite up in the air, it's usually not straight up above you, it's usually out a distance. And so the 45 feet is here, and then the distance from the person to the tree is 34, so this would be adjacent.
That is a crazy thing. Why did you do that? Holy God. Touch him.
No.
I bet it'll feel good.